Backstage at Cirque du Soleil Corteo with Maxwell Batista, who is the publicist here. I'm going to turn the camera around. Welcome.
Hello everyone, welcome to Cirque du Soleil in Fresno.
So you were telling us about what the backstage area is like. What is it that people can see here? Like we've got these balloons.
Yes, right now we have one of the backstages because here in Corteo we have two different backstages because of the way the stage is set up. I'll show you guys a little bit later. But here we have these big balloons that are used during the show. For example, one of the small people should be hanging from these balloons and floating above the audience. People will be pushing her up. For me, it's one of the cutest moments of the show. But also this is a rehearsing area. So here in the back we have the guys, our performers rehearsing for the act just before they go on stage. Usually they're rehearsing here on backstage, warming up and getting ready to go on stage just before the show. We also have another backstage on the other side where they're able to rehearse as well. If you come this way, I'll show you this is one of the entrances we have for the stage. Right now we are setting up the stage for the touring act. Our performers, they will be rehearsing the touring act in just a bit, which is it's a combination of acrobatic bars from gymnastics. In this case we have 4 bars that forms a cube and 2 extra on each side, and it comes from it's inspired on gymnastics. And in this case we have the touring act. This is the final act of the show. It's a very intense and beautiful act. It's I would say this is on my top 3 as well, this act. Here we have the chandeliers that are used on the show. We have 3 chandeliers like this. They have 4,000 pieces. They're placed there to put together a chandelier like this. They're made of acrylic, this part. Now this part, this one, it's plastic. Here it's acrylic. And we have 3 of them where we have 4 aerialists flying over the stage and doing some amazing acrobatic tricks as well.
So could you just give us a brief synopsis of the show? What is the storyline?
Corteo tells the story of a clown that is dreaming about his own funeral, but in a carnival atmosphere. We're gonna see his friends from all over the world and different circuses coming to see him and show all the amazing skills that they have. Even though the main theme of the show is his own funeral, it is a celebration of life, where we're gonna see all the greatest moments of his life, and we're gonna go through this journey of the lifetime of this clown.
So this show used to be what you call a big top show, and then it went out on the road just recently as an arena show. How did it change? Were there any big changes?
We were able to adapt the show to arenas, but keep the main essence of the show. So it's still the same of the same if people have seen Corteo before, but we have new acts incorporated. The arena allows us to explore more the space for sure, and we are able to visit more cities that will take more time for us to travel with the big top if that was the case.
And if people can see, you're actually going to be able to sit on both sides of the Save Mart Center.
Yes, that's true. Here we have the stage set up like this so the audience can have the perspective of the actors. So they see how people would react when something extraordinary is happening on stage, and they'll be able to see the reaction of people on the other side of the stage. So the performers here, instead of performing only for one side, they have both sides, and they need to give attention to both sides of the audience as well.
So one final thing I wanted you to show us is before you showed us this really amazing thing called the crossover machine, which I had never really thought about before. But how does an actor get from one side of the stage to the other?
That's true. Right there in the back, we can see we have the other side of the backstage. And right now we have our technicians and artists setting up the touring act. But let's say that someone needs to cross from this side to the other. We cannot go on stage because the stage is being used. We couldn't go through the audience because during the show we have people watching the show. So we will come this way. The top side of the we need to flip it over. Which we had to come up with an idea of the crossover machine. So we use it to go from one side to the stage, from one side to the other. It's like a zip line. You come here, after you cross the stage, you put a robe on top of your costume. You lay down this inflatable mattress here, and this rope will be rolling. So you hold onto this rope and you slide all the way to the other side. If you get closer here, you see it goes all the way to the other side. It takes about 40 seconds to get here, from here to there. And we have two lines. We have this one here, and then on the other side we have another one to come back. This way we have a traffic of people doing the show, going back and forth all the time.
So have you ever done
And
this just to try it out?
Even see, yeah.
Okay.
I've done it. It takes about 40 seconds. It's really interesting when you go and there's something happening on stage, because you hear people walking on stage and they're like, tum, 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 you know, the noise.
I just think it's a remarkable solution to.
And it was
a
not
problem.
not the first one. When the show wanted to be under the big top, we had the bleachers. So the artists, they used to go under the bleachers, running from one side to the other. Here we are in arenas. We have walls under the bleachers, and we are every week we're in a different arena, different city. So we had to come up with this idea. We thought about dollies or people kind of crawling and different things, so people could cross from one side to the other fast and in a safe way as well. But the safest way and the fastest way was this one that was created only for this show.
So remind us again, when does the show open and how long does it play in Fresno?
Well, Corteo is starting in Fresno tomorrow. We have a premiere at 7:30. We also have another show on Friday at 7:30. Saturday and Sunday we have 2 shows, and we have 7 shows only until Sunday. Tickets are available at ticketmaster.com, on cirquedusoleil.com, or here at the arena at the box office. You can purchase your tickets as well.
Well, I'm going to switch back to me. Thanks for joining me, and remember that you can actually still enter my contest to win 2 tickets to opening night of Corteo. So get online and do that. Thanks. I'll see you later.